Move on to Francesco Girardi on zero waste and biodiesel from vegetable oil wastes. Please remember that we don't have much time.
Buongiorno a tutti, sono...
Finite al centro, tranquillo. Ok, così, tutti di oggi.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Hello everybody. Thank you to Ecofuturo, Fabio and all of the organisers of today's event. I'm very happy to be here and to represent bodies that deal with common goods deriving from waste. National legislators, after the 2011 referendum, all of the Italians who went to vote decided to agree that this was going to be a priority in managing these important common goods. I brought some photographs of a community that I'm working with today. They're transitioning from a entirely erroneous management system, one that just reacts to emergency, to this is Tivoli, and we deemed 2014 the year zero of chaos. It's 60,000 inhabitants. The different neighborhoods all have different structures, different ways of handling the waste. So it was a challenge within a challenge. We had to find the best way to collect their waste neighborhood by neighborhood. This was an emergency situation. That was created between 2006 and 2013. The public company that was supposed to be dealing with this reached its limit, and so it was charging people about 230 euros per inhabitant, much higher than the average for the region. And this was the situation in year zero, which was 2014. Here, however, you can see a graph which shows how proper management can help. It was moving towards door-to-door collection, but not just that. That also has to be that has reached 60% of the population, but we also need other measures as well. We have what we call PCPs, and waste is sorted 24 hours a day. And they can go there, citizens can go and exchange information, talk about different practices, how they can use waste, what they can do to separate their rubbish. If you look at these two graphs, you can see what's changed over the years. The blue curve is on top, then red, then orange, and now that one and purple on the bottom is this year, 2017. And this is the waste that's gone. It was about 10 Tower of Pisas per year of waste that the public authorities were having to handle. You know that landfill around Rome had turned into absolute mountains. Today, with this plan that's been financed for 2017, we should be around 10,000 tons of waste that hasn't been recycled per year. And we have over 51% of waste that is separated for recycling. This is from, remember, in 2014 it was only 9%, not 2004, not 1994. August 2014, in Rome, in certain neighborhoods, only 9% of waste was sorted. Today we're at a bit over 51-52%. And there are 9 neighbourhoods of about 30,000 people each who have helped us to achieve that result. It's not everywhere. We know that there are still some areas we're working on in certain areas, but there is waste being fly tipped, but we're working with the security authorities to try and do something about that. This has to be really part of the circular economy. It's not everything, but we do need to work as part of the circular economy. As you can see in these graphs, we've cut the costs from about 13,000 in 2013 to about 16,000 in 2017. So you can see that this is €3 million a year that we're able to give back to citizens and local businesses. It's about €200 per family that we can pay back every year. The cost of labour has increased. If we're going to deal with waste properly, we have to do that with our hands. So we're taking on staff. We've taken on 8 in one particular plant. We had one first public competition, and we've just about worked our way through that list. If you look at these grams, the blue bit is the number of people who were employed for unseparated waste, and the green bit is the number of people who are employed in collecting separated waste for recycling. So if you look at, you can see that the total is actually increasing because we're taking on more people than we had employed before, and they're all fully employed in door-to-door collection or in other areas, for example, separating plastic and metal. And in some areas, they deal with organic matter. So door-to-door collection is starting today. There's a domestic kit and a non-domestic kit, so for restaurants, etc. They can be handled in-house or in a plant for composting. We want to ensure the best possible conditions for composting, and restaurants get paper bags for food waste. Time, please. Green waste as well. This is a flower exhibit. We used all of organic materials to try to show you, well, everything that we used could then be sent for composting. And these are biocells. We use them in specific areas. You don't have to involve businesses who aren't interested in public service. Just a few seconds. There was a proposal accepted by the Italian Parliament, and this leads to streamlining the red tape for composting and for composting. If you have a block of flats, for instance, it's much smaller. It's a very small scale. If you look at these biocells, they can quite easily be spread across the territory. There are filters that can filter out any kind of pollutants. We also take in oil from frying. That's through our door-to-door collections. And we work with Atusha University, and we're trying to create a car that will produce biodiesel from this oil and will again help to cut environmental damage.
Grazie mille. Allora adesso